Hey there, crypto friends. The Stash is back at it again with another cool crypto project that I wanted to talk to you about today. It's something that I actually think is really needed in the space, but it's a big hurdle for any team to tackle. I came across this project about 2 weeks ago. It's called Presearch, and it's essentially a decentralized search engine, and they're just getting started with their project. They're kind of in a beta phase right now, and so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of preview of what it's about and how it works currently and how it's going to work. So let's go to the website. So this is Presearch right here. This is their main website, and you can see it's a .org. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make this a decentralized community effort. So it's essentially going to be a nonprofit eventually, and it's going to be owned or operated in a decentralized way, by the community at large. Now, obviously, search is a huge part of the internet, and most people, when they think of search, of course, they think of Google. The dominant factor here in search engines. If you use Bing, sorry, I don't know, maybe you like Bing. Other ones like DuckDuckGo are out there as well, but most people's go-to search is always going to be Google, and particularly for usually an older demographic as well. So. There's a couple really cool things that I like about Presearch, what they're doing now and what we're intending to do. So this is their homepage. You can see it has a very basic search bar. You can actually switch which engine you want to search, so that you can search traditional engines like Google, but also places like Amazon, Etherscan, Facebook. So there's social searches in there, which is kind of cool, LinkedIn, and a bunch of other ones. So when you look at what they're really about, I'm going to check out their about page. Like I said, they're a decentralized search engine, powered by the community, as they say here in their header. And one of the things they make a really good point here, which I'm going to highlight. In a world where companies control 77% of searches, they're talking about Google, but they probably can't say it. It does. It influences a lot of money, where it's being spent, how it's being spent, and ultimately helps shape the perception and content on the internet because of this. And if you've ever created any content or tried to get your website ranked higher in Google, you know that it's incredibly entrenched type of a way to go about things. No one really knows exactly how they rank things. Their algorithm changes quite often. It's not very transparent at all. And therefore, there's a lot of unfairness, I feel, in the market, and that's something I've experienced for years now, being a web developer, also having my own websites, and I always feel like the big guys can throw more money at it, and they always seem to always have a better idea of how to go about that. So what they're trying to do is a decentralized search engine, which is open and transparent, so people can see exactly how the data is being quantified and how people are searching and how they're ranked. And the community gets to make decisions in that process, with the ability to vote on development and other influences. And all this is kind of powered by the PRE token, the PRE token, and their token economy or ecosystem. Is really a utility token, and so what it does is it allows advertisers to be able to buy clicks, or to be able to buy, well, not clicks, but to be able to buy advertising and pay for it through the PRE token. So traditionally, if you were going to advertise on Google, you'd go in, you'd set up a limit on how many pay per clicks you were looking to get for your keyword, and you'd pay that amount of money. And so Presearch is going to do that, but in a tokenized way, where you can use your PRE tokens to pay for it. And then also, every time anybody searches using PRE, you're also rewarded. The searcher is rewarded as well. So not only is the advertiser getting their content seen, but the people who are searching and then happen to see maybe whatever the sponsored content is, they get that exposure as well. And so everybody is getting some sort of reward for being part of the system. Now, right now, they are in their kind of beta phase, and so they don't have their own proprietary search engine they've switched to. So right now, I have mine that I've installed defaulting to Google. So instead of going to Google directly, I come here to Presearch, and I do my searches through them to give the beta platform a test. And so far, it's worked pretty good for me. And there's a lot of really cool aspects of the project I'm going to dive into a little bit more here. So I did look into their white paper, which is actually pretty interesting, and they have a lot of information in there, and it's a really well done white paper. They talk about all the different models that they're trying to overcome, the issues they're trying to overcome, but also, it goes into like there are different phases. So, phase one where they're just getting started, and phase two is essentially where they're going to be moving to the nonprofit format and establishing a DAO, right, which is a decentralized autonomous organization, and that's what they really mean about making it a community-driven project. And so when you look at what they've done so far, they did do a pre-sale on their tokens. And so you can see that here's the allocation that they've done. Their pre-sale was 50 million. I was talking to the guys in their Telegram group, and I believe right now there's about 170 million in circulation with a cap of 1 billion. And you can see that they've kind of divided this up into different sections. The token sale is I'm not really concerned with. I didn't participate in it, and I wasn't looking to participate in it. I really just wanted to try out the platform, because the idea of a decentralized version of Google search I think is a really powerful one, but like I said, a very huge hurdle to get past. Google is this giant corporation with tons, almost unlimited funds and unlimited development, and a lot of people maybe don't necessarily agree with Google's morals or the way they do things, and I'm one of those people. I do use their platform, I do use their services, but there are times where I'm like, hey, you know what, I don't necessarily agree with this. One of the things I talked about or with my family earlier the other week was my daughter was really getting a kick out of this Google Home Mini that her grandma had. And I was like, yeah, don't trust that thing. It's a spy device. And I said, Google, stop spying on me. And Google had no idea what I'm talking about, but they know. They know. But anyway, so looking at the pre-search model, I think that they have a really good start here, and the way that they reward not only the searcher but also reward everybody else in kind of the supply is actually really nice. There's a really good. Let's see, yeah, so there's a right here. So the pre-search rewards, you can kind of see how it goes in their flow here. And so you can see that 30% of the rewards go back to or 20% goes back to pre-search operations, while 50% is going back to the searcher, and then another percentage is going back to nodes, curators, et cetera, et cetera. I think that if they can get over that hurdle of adoption of such a huge product, I think that they really have a winner here. When you look at it, to be able to get a reward just for making your searches through pre-search is actually a pretty cool thing. I'm going to actually show you real quick. So far, I've been doing searches on this. I do some searching, but I'm not aggressively doing it. You can get some pre-tokens every time that you make a search. I think it's 0.25. Let me see what it is here. Yeah, so it's 0.25, and you can see here's the kind of token rewards I've gotten on a daily basis. They limit the amount of tokens you can get per day, so it's up to 8 pre-tokens per day, and I think that equates to 36 searches that you make with a 0.25 reward payout. That's like I said, I think that's one of the really cool things with this project is that they do reward people who are searching, but they do it in a way that's not as easy to game or as easy to scam. Scam clicks or things like that are definitely a huge issue with the team. Reading the white paper, they definitely have a lot of plans in place to try and combat that, in particular when the advertising platform goes live. Right now, the advertising platform is not necessarily something I've tried, but I'm definitely going to give it a whirl. And I think that being in a beta stage where they're at right now, they have a really good workable product. Like I said, the main thing really is being able to switch between which engines you want to search, and that's kind of nice. You can even customize it here as well. So you can see they have a lot of options to customize where you want to search, and so you can grab some of your favorite your favorite places that you maybe frequent. There's a lot of good crypto sites on here, as well as development sites, which I think is really cool, like Stack Exchange, Stack Overflow. But also, I'm a big music fan, so there's great sites like SoundCloud and Spotify that you can search too. And it's kind of all at the touch of a button, right, when you go to your search page right here, which is actually kind of nice too. The way they kind of do it too is they have we see here at the top, they have these sponsors and leaderboards. So the sponsors are, people who have a larger amounts. So you can see sponsors are ranked by the number of tokens held in their Presearch ecosystem. And so most of the time, these are companies that are supporters. You can see Genesis Mining is one of the biggest ones. I have a contract at Genesis. It's pretty cool. And there's some other companies on here that I recognize as well. So. They also have a leaderboard for people who have generated rewards as well. So you can see that the dude has generated 1 million. He's generated 1,613 reward tokens, which is a decent amount. I'm only at 49. I'm not, really trying to get the maximum every day. I'm just trying to see how well it actually works. One of the cool things I really did like about it when I first checked out the project is they actually have a Chrome extension that you can install. You can see I've installed their little Chrome extension here, and what it does is it just, whenever you open a brand new window, it will make that new tab a Presearch search. And so that's very similar to what you'd see with like a Google page if you just open it defaultly on Chrome. You have your Google search and it works exactly the same. And so this just gives you a little bit more options here at the end. So hopefully, they can figure out exactly how to tackle this. I think that they've taken the kind of moral high ground or stand that they should against something like Google. And so I think that kind of gives them a good advantage there. But then the fact that they're also going to be, a token-based platform where they're also rewarding the users for searching and for utilizing the platform, and also making it fairly easy for advertisers to advertise to you through the use of the pre-token. It will create hopefully a community-driven, decentralized advertising network that is a little bit more transparent and a little bit more fair to everybody that's participating. And so I think that you should keep an eye on Presearch, and I think that's about that's all I have for today, crypto friends. So you know what I always say: stash that crypto, friends.